what's up guys? So yeah, that's part one. So what does that make? Does that do a feminine voice? You just do your voice training, you go,
Oh, no, there we go. So, that's how I do my phone voice. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Okay, guys, so this is how you play, Scarlet Witch, aka Wonder Maximoff. Basically, she, like, sucks people. If you hold left click, you don't have to aim, just bears nearby, it, like, sucks them. It's called range there. I think it does, percentage base health, so it does more damage to tanks. So right click is like this Arabic bomb that explodes. It does big area damage, we have to aim it, and it recharges over time. Also using your left click, which is called chaos control, that recharges it faster. Yep. Her first ability is called telekinesis. It's her passive. If you hold space from the air, you fall really slow. Lets you get like a bird's eye view and like pull down bug people. Her second ability is her second ability is called Dark Seal. It's if I use it on the moving part up here, it like stuns people and makes them stop moving for like a second. It's a big circle, they can't move. It's really useful for disrupting enemy fights and divers on your backline and putting it at choke points. Really good. The last ability is called Mystic Projection. You turn into this little red ball. Wait, stop! Are you spoiling it? Her last ability is called Mystic Projection. She goes, flies, and turns visible, and she can't be damaged. And she has 2 chargers. It's really good for escaping and getting, repositioning. And lastly, her ult is a Diva Bomb.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. I just really love the way that you use Wonder Witch because she's actually kind of like hot. She's kind of like my style, like Rose Red and so.
Yeah, she kind of look like her in real life, so like I'm pretty good at playing her.
Yeah. And I'm also like pretty good at her, so like I actually reached like top 30 in the whole world as a Scarlet Witch player. So
wow, you're top 30 in the whole world. Wow, that's really cool.
So Squirrel, obviously, he's literally, much of the time she's got a low skill for character, but she's actually pretty high skill ceiling. So first thing first, her projectile, she flies out on map with her 6 shots. It's a projectile based attack, so you have to kind of predict what that enemy throws, and it does like roughly around 100 damage. Yeah, so you just gotta like make sure you predict where the enemies are going since it is projectiles, and you only get 12 shots. Now let's go on to the abilities. So she has this right click, which is called Skewer Blockade, and essentially what she does is that she throws this giant econ and stuns any enemies that stop in it because hit. So this is really good if you just wanna like stop someone from moving, so you can shoot your projectiles much easier. Then you have your left shift, which is called Tail Downs. As you can see, Squirrel has this giant bushy tail, like a furry, and you can just press that shift and it passes you off. Very good for vertical height movement and evading enemy attacks as well. Then, since I'm using my abilities and it's on cooldown, like roughly a same cooldown, I can press my E and it instantly refreshes all my cooldowns. So my E is called the Mammal Bomb, so it just refreshes all my cooldown, so I can just use them immediately. Then obviously we have our ult. The ult called Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami. Essentially what you do is just place it down, and it makes a waves of squirrel and it bounces around the floor and it goes for the nearest enemy. It's okay, does good damage, but you can be shot at. I mean, that's about it.
Benny, you're a Lord Widow, you can do Flag Widow.
Alright, yeah. So obviously I'm a Lord Widow, so I know all the nooks and crannies about this. Lord Widow, ST character, she's very strong, need to nerf immediately. So let me first tell you about her her red room rifle, which is aka her sniper rifle. Now there is damage fall off for her if it's unscoped. However, if you do go scoped, boom, a lot of damage. It nearly one taps people. I think it does 240 damage. So, roughly, if you have Mantis Boost and get a headshot with the red rifle, boom, instant KO headshot. That's pretty much it about her gun. Next is her melee, the village white baton. So this is just baton. It does the exact same damage as just the red rifle melee. However, it's a bit faster. So it's really good if you want to attack, let's say a Doctor Strange with the shield up. So, because many spiritual shields. Then you have her, when you see her running ability, if you just press that shift, you can run around and it consumes a stamina resource bar. And then you can press space, which consumes a bigger chunk, like give you a super jump. This is really good for getting kind of high ground. They can look down at enemies and shoot from above. Next is probably a decent part of the kick, is the kick ability, the edge dancer. Essentially, you can just kick someone, hey, sounds for a little bit, and you've got 5 seconds to zipline to any nearby enemy. When you zipline them, you get stunned, and then you can shoot them in the air for a nice one-shot combo. Like this. Oh, whoa, like this. Oh, and then what we have next is the electroplasma explosion. Essentially, what you can do is that you can either charge it or you can cancel it. The longer you charge it, the more damage it does, and the bigger the area or radius is. Okay, if I just let me just turn on different abilities. If I just spam it, it's just a tiny area. But if I charge it all the way, it becomes a much big area, and it also does more damage. Typically, what most people will do is that they'll try to headshot someone and then spam the ult to get instant KO. And that's pretty much it about Widow.
Let's go to Luna next. Benny, who owns the Lord Luna? Oh, you Quake? Okay.
Alright, yeah.
So I'm with Laura Cloak-and-Dagger. I just don't use the icon because I'm like humble. Cloak-and-Dagger is actually 2 characters. The first character is Dagger. She is the main healer of the support character, so her primary fire doesn't do a lot of damage at all. It's mainly just used for healing. The nice thing about it is it heals in a small area, and you don't have to aim. It's auto-aim, auto-tracks, and it also bounces off walls. So if you can't, like, if you don't have line of sight of your team, you can just shoot it over a wall and hope it hits, like while you're walking towards them. Her right click is called Dagger Storm, and it shoots out a big bubble with 3 daggers, and allies inside get healing over time. It lasts for a little bit. Really good for healing at choke points. You put it where you want your team to go, basically, and hope they go in it. Her next ability is called Curtain of Light. She shoots out, you guessed it, a Curtain of Light, and it does a little bit of healing, but the main part about it is that it increases all the healing your allies get for the next few seconds. Finally, her shift is she obtains Ender task and turns black. This is the counterpart. Cloak. He is the damage-oriented side of the support character, so his primary fire is almost exactly the same spell, which is it just does slightly less damage. I think it has less range. Don't have to aim, it just does tick damage over time. His curtain ability is called Terror Cape, which shoots out this black wall of darkness. It does damage and applies vulnerable to enemy, which means they take more damage. And then his right click is what's this called? Dark Teleportation. So he like teleports and turns black, and smoking shatters, and you and your whole team around you will become invisible and invincible for a few seconds. It's worth noting that if you shoot or use an ability while in it, you exit it early. And then finally, their ultimate ability is the same, no matter if you're Dagger or Cloak. You throw your hands and leave discharge all over the place, and if you are in the discharge, enemies get damaged over time, and allies get healed. But can you please explain to us how to play Little Snow since you're Little Snow main since season 1?
Yeah, so actually, so I only started playing Little Snow since season 1, not season 0. But anyways, I have 50 plus hours on Little Snow, I'm counting Little Snow, so I'm actually quite experienced. Anyways, let's first talk about her primary fire. Her primary fire has 30 max bullets before she needs to reload.
This.
What the fuck are you doing? Anyways, her primary fire has 30 bullets, and before Ni's ability. However, each time she fires, she fires 3 bullets at once. These bullets can heal teammates and damage allies. Has a very strong headshot profile. You can pretty much shoot up any enemy in the game in the head. Let's then talk about the snowball ability, which is called Absolute Zero. See what she does? You press right click and she throws a ball of ice and it freezes the enemies for a couple seconds. Then let's talk about her left shift, which is called the Ice Off, or the clap ability as I like to call it. This is a piecing ability, so you can heal multiple enemies, heal multiple teammates, and also damage multiple enemies at the exact same time. Right, pretty simple. Her next ability is pretty simple, is her snowflake. So you can either put snowflakes on teammates or you can put it on yourself. If you put it on yourself, you gain a damage boost. If you put it on teammates, every time you heal a teammate, whoever has the snowflake actually receives a portion of the healing. If you heal the teammate that has the snowflake, what happens is that they receive extra healing. Now, Lunar Snow does have a couple passive, so her first passive is that any ability that she uses gives her a little bit of HP, so it heals her a bit. So that means using her ice arts or her snowball would actually heal her a bit, which is very nice for self-sustain. Then obviously you may have noticed is that if you walk for a bit, you can begin to ice skate, and this ice skate makes you run really fast. And whilst doing the ice skate ability, you can press space and you can get this super jump, which is very nice. Let's finally talk about the ult. Her ult probably one of the strongest part of her kit. You press Q and she creates this 10-second field of pure healing, or you can switch it by pressing Q again to make damage boost, pure damage boost. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the kit.
It's a 40% damage boost as well, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, this is actually very strong. You can use this ult to combat ult with your DPS to get some one-shots off, like Phoenix or Venom.
Am I doing good, folks?
Yeah, Daniel.
Okay. So White Fox is a 275 HP strategist. She is a very brawly focused strategist. So her primary fire is called I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, bro. She shoots out this I guess I call it a missile that bounces off of terrain, but only once. So you can't like hit some crazy trick shots with it. If allies are nearby, it will heat seek to them after the bounce, and it does a decent amount of healing. It also, I believe, pierces. No, it doesn't pierce. It was entirely wrong. It could now it will also heat seek to enemies that are nearby. If it bounces, it has 12 hit armor and uses wiring time. Now, Firefox revolves around a resource called Tails. So she starts off with 0 but builds them up over time, and then she uses them to do abilities. So with a maximum of 3 tails. So our first ability is called Special Surge. Basically, you use right click to expand one tail and send out a little special fox. It will heal and cleanse allies, and if it hits an enemy, it will charm them, which causes them to turn around and walk toward you for a second. Her second passive is her second ability is called Spirit Sanctuary. Basically, this one doesn't use any tails, but you teleport to an ally and place a shield where you land for 200 health, and while inside that shield, enemy allies are healed over time. Now, her other ability is called Fox Form Awakening. So this can be used with 1, 2, or 3 tails. The only difference is the duration it's active for, with the most being 3, obviously. With this form change, you change it to a more brawl form, where you get a melee attack that does quite a lot of damage, and with each hit, it applies healing waves around you. And while in this form, she can press right click to do a tail slap, where it does damage and knocks enemies up in front of her. And then finally, her ultimate ability is called... What is her ultimate ability called? I don't remember. Her ultimate ability is called Kubiha Unleashed. So she assumes her full fox form, getting 900 health. That's more than most tanks. Actually, that's the most health in the game, I think, apart from Monster Hope. In this form, she can do slams on the ground, which will do damage, and every time she hits an enemy, it will send out healing waves around her. and she can also use her right click to give an ally healing, a CC immunity, and lifesteal.
Of course. Yeah. I am a Jeff player. I'm a Jeff main. As you can see, I'm Lord on Jeff, and I'll go through how to play Jeff. Now, watching first, let's talk about Jeff's projectile. Jeff shoots a beam of water. These beams of water are considered projectile. So keep in mind, they are projectile, not instant, so this can be absorbed by something like a Magik. Essentially, her projectiles are piercing. His warp stream heals enemies, or heals teammates, and damages enemies for a decent amount. Jeff's first ability is his Aqua Burst, which is his right click. His Aqua Burst spits a ball of water that does quite a bit of damage and displaces enemies, otherwise known as CC. However, Jeff can only hold to a maximum of 3 charges, after which he'll begin a short cooldown to recharge your 3 shots. The next ability of Jeff is his High Seek ability, which is his Swim ability. When you press left shift, you can see this is resource bar of how long he can stay underwater for. This gives him a lot of movement speed, and is very good as an escape tool. Additionally, you can swim up walls by holding space, and let go of space, you come out. The next ability is his Healing Bubbles. So, he has 3 charges like his Aqua Burst again, and his bubbles, once a teammate hits it, they get a bit of healing and they get a bit of movement speed, which is quite nice. Now, I believe we can only put a total of 5 bubbles at once on the field before the 5th one gets replaced. Next one is the ult, called its Jeff ability. So as soon as you press the ult button, you leave behind a small area of the healing puddle. This healing puddle heals your teammates, and you get a second ability, which is where you get to move around and confirm where to eat your enemies and your allies. When you eat your allies, they get cleansed out of any debuffs, and when you eat your enemies, you can take them anywhere you want, and it will follow off edge of the map to get 3 kills. Jeff does have a passive. His passive is that he takes reduced headshot damage because he has quite a big head. And yeah, that's about it.
I also would like to add, a lot of people try to use Jeff's ult very offensively, but it can also be really good for saving your whole team from things like the Doctor Strange ult or a Groot ult, because you can just pick them all up and get them out of there, and then bring them somewhere safer.
Yeah, exactly. You're so right.
Oh, and one other thing, Jeff has a list of crimes he's been accused of that is worth mentioning just for transparency. These crimes include, but not limited to, taking hostages, forcible transfer or deportation of civilians, attacking humanitarian assistance or peacekeeping missions, as well as cannibalism and kidnapping.
I mean, but come on, who believes that? I mean, look at Jeff. You seriously think he'll do something like that? I mean, come on, look me straight in the eyes and tell me, am I lying about my crimes? Do you really think I'll commit those crimes? Of course not.
Wakanda forever.
How dare you accuse me?
Alright, so we're done, right?
A Bast is here to guide you how to play Bast himself. We shall do Bast together. Everyone get on Bast right the fuck now.
But Bast is not transgender.
Bast is transgender. He's a nigger, and he's also a panda. He's 2 things in once. Okay, so how do you play Bast?
I mean,
How is he a panda?
He's a panther. fucking idiot cunt. Anyways, Bust is a pretty strong character and sometimes tastes not really, he's like a tickle monster basically, but in this case he's pretty strong because I'm playing him. His first ability is his main attack. No one ever uses this. No one barely uses it. It does like a little bit of damage. I think like 25 damage per hit. It's okay. Not really. It's pretty shit. But the main part of this kid is his abilities. For his first ability, it's his spear. What it does, a little bit of damage and leaves a mark on the character. What a mark you might be asking? I'll show you what that mark is. The second ability is his dash. I'm gonna turn off ability cooldowns because Boss doesn't like ability cooldowns. First of all, chuck your speed down to get the mark of them. Then you dash. For cooldown comes a free dash, so 10-second cooldown. Next up, so good combo. Spear, dash, spear, dash, spear, dash. Boss approved of this fucking combo. Next ability is his whirl. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but it's just a circle. Anyways, what it does too, you can go any direction with it and also leaves a mark on the enemy characters. Give me 1 second, I'm forcing cooldown. As soon as you use the ability to hit an enemy with it, it leaves a mark on them. That mark, yes, you're right. It gives you your motherfucking idiot, fake fucking Black Panther LARPing bast hater. Don't kill my enemy. Anyways, dash, get the abilities back. Spear. Yeah, you get the point. Anyways, a good combo with dual bast is spear dash, whirlwind, dead. One shot combo. Can't go wrong with it. His next ability is his jump. You can only use it when you're up a wall, and that's it. As soon as you can hop off the wall, you can double jump. Technically, it's not double jump because you're jumping off the wall, but it doesn't matter because you have the ability anyway, and it's there. They buffed it recently, giving it no cooldown, so it's even better now. And last but not least, his ultimate ability, the best thing ever. Let's say I have no abilities on my thing, right? I have no marks down to a dash. Ultimate up, tremble before boss. One dash, mark, bang, bang. The enemy is dead and boss claims victory with him. Boss is it. Do not use boss on me, you bastard. I swear to God, man, I swear to God. Deadpool overhealer, motherfucker. Oh yes, the ability with Hulk smash. Okay, I'll show you the ability with Hulk smash. If I'm correct, there's no Hulk smash, you get the fuck on Hulk
just use the team up terminal.
Get the fuck on Hulk smash. No, I like team abilities on you got a fucking Hulk smash right now. Thank you, Benny Fang, the real boss right here. If I take enough damage on the enemy it buds. Give it a second. I get a shit out of 100 HP, which leaves me a good amount of time to do combos and kill all of them. Benny Fan's Asian. Daniel is playing Gambit, and I'm ending the video.
Gambit never falls!
Oh, it's actually Danielle.
Shut the fuck